Whitaker Insurance. Value RX Pharmacy Tazewell. Roland Veterinary Services. Mary's Home Furnishings and Appliance Center. Claiborne Health and Wellness. Walker and Walker Construction. Stay and Play Doggy Daycare and more. Pizza Inn of Tazewell. Hearthside Bank. Danny England Motors. Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Kentucky. John Smith Subs, Harrogate, Tennessee. Communications provided by First Century Bank.
Welcome to the Zones All Access, episode number 53. Of course, we're back again up at the Sports Center. Thank you, Rex, for hosting us. Thank you to our team of marketing partners that are currently scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Without them, we could not do what we do. So let's get right with it. I have Coach Herrell and Samuel Wilson with me today. Coach, we did it before, but for the new coming players and families coming in, just tell us about your background.
I was raised over in Harrogate, grew up in the Fort Ridge area. Played Harrogate Little League growing up. Played baseball for the Academy in Pie Valley. Played basketball all the way through at Fort Ridge. And that's moved out to Tazewell in my probably about when I was about 30 years old. So, but till
Okay,
then, I've
what all
worked with
sports did you play,
baseball, basketball,
and what was your favorite?
baseball.
Okay, why?
Uh, I just I don't know. I just seem to enjoy the game better itself. Like I had a good time with basketball as well, but baseball seemed like more fun, less work as far as the all the conditioning and things you had to do with basketball. So
What did sports overall teach you?
it taught me to work hard. Uh, Sports will teach you that you get what you put in. If you don't practice, you don't play well.
Favorite sports team and why?
Uh, Cincinnati Reds. I just ever since I was a kid, it was my kind of my family's team, so I grew into that.
Okay, favorite athlete?
It's always been King Griffey Jr. I,
Oh,
I guess when I was a kid, it was Eric Davis, and then when he kind of aged out, it became King Griffey Jr.
good choice. All right, Sam, tell us about where you grew up at and
Well, I grew up Cave Springs area. I went to school in Middlesboro, went to a Christian school for till fourth grade. I always played baseball and basketball, played a little bit of football. I always just took a liking to baseball, but I moved to Midway, fourth grade, fifth grade year, played basketball and baseball, played in middle school, and then come to Claiborne and got Chris as a head coach and just kind of stuck with it.
was baseball your favorite sport?
Oh yeah, by far.
Uh, why?
Just the game, the love for the game, and just the friends, the brothers you get to hang out with.
Do you have a favorite baseball team?
I the Braves.
What's your favorite athlete?
Well, when Freddie Freeman played for the Braves, I always liked him because I just thought it was cool. You could hit left-handed, field right-handed. Just always cool to me.
All right, Coach. Did you ever think of yourself as being a coach one day?
I guess when I was in high school, it's kind of what I wanted to do back then, and got out of school, started trying to chase jobs, higher paid money, and never really thought about it until later on in life when my kids started playing sports. I kind of started gravitating back to it.
How did the Claiborne job open up for you a few years back?
I know Foster retired, and the, we had a coach off the middle school team that was going to go in, and then that fell through somewhere, and I was going to help him, and then I thought to myself, it's like, well, I don't know who's going to coach now, and seemed like we was running out of time for season about to start and stuff, and I'd already kind of put a lot of thought into helping him out, so then I said, well, I'll just go ahead and do it then if they're still needing somebody.
What all have you learned through other coaches?
Well, when I was in school, I felt like I played for the best. I played for Joe Wolfenberger at Ford Ridge, and I played for David Hamilton in high school baseball. And I felt like they both were kind of no nonsense coaches that you're expected to be at every practice and work hard. And I guess one thing I learned from those coaches is if you only ever come to your team practice, you'll only ever be average at best. If you want to be better than average, you got to put in work on your own time.
Yeah. What about you, Sam? What have you been taken through the many coaches you've had from Little League on up? What
Um,
about that?
all my coaches, we worked hard. You were expected to show up to practice. You practice like you play. Just different things. But I feel like Chris is more of a disciplined coach. He wants to see us boys not just succeed in baseball, but in life. I mean, he just wants us to do the best we can throughout everything we do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to mention this right now. I've got 2 free tickets for Elevate Pro Wrestling that is coming to Claiborne County on the 28th. 2 free passes. Just come up here to the sports center and tell them the zone said, "Where's my passes?" First 2 that comes up here, there they are. Let's talk about Claiborne baseball. Coach, what's the year shaping up to look like?
Well, we're going to be extremely young this year. We lost a couple seniors last year. We also had 2 of our best players off last year's team transfer out. So, uh, if you look at our roster, we've got 1 senior and 2 juniors,
Mhm.
uh, 3 sophomores, and then 9 freshmen. So, so at best, we'll have, you know, 4 to 5 freshmen on the field all the time. Over half our team will be the first time they've ever stepped on a high school baseball field. So,
Did you have a lot of people wanting to be on the team this year?
I think we had about uh, I think 18 try out. Uh, we took 16 kids, lost 1 along the way, and also picked up 1 along the way. So, um, and really the only reason why we cut 2 kids is because I think they were both aged out to where they couldn't play JV baseball, and they weren't going to be able to compete for us varsity. So I told them, I said I don't feel like I don't want to waste your time and have you travel to all the games with no chance of getting to play. So
If anyone else wants to contact you, is that okay if they want to play?
yeah, yeah,
And
we're
are you willing to look at them and stuff like that?
yeah. Anybody's open to try out and try to play on our baseball team. This time of year it's kind of too late going into a season, but
Hmm.
we're always open to adding new people.
Okay, what do you know about the program overall? Is it in good shape?
I think our program is really growing. Um, like I said, we're going to be really young this year, but I think we're in a good place because we have so many freshmen, and I think this freshman class they work harder than a lot of the older kids we've had in the past. They want to win, and to me, that's part of it. Just wanting to put the work in is going to make them better.
Yeah.
A lot of people's going to look at us and be like, down year because I know when I put our roster on max preps, coaches started calling, wanting to play. So I think they smell blood in the water. Uh, but if you look at these 8th graders, the freshmen that came up when they were in 8th grade, they didn't lose many games. I mean that group is used to when they played for the athletics, they're used to winning, and they don't see themselves as being at any type of disadvantage. They know they can play their position, and that's what they're looking forward to doing.
Sam, same question. What do you think about?
I feel like we've grown, especially since my freshman year. We had 4 seniors, I think, my freshman year. Um, we lost those sophomore year. We had 2 last year. So, we've always kind of been young, but not as young as this year. I feel like we have a better opportunity this year. And I mean, we did lose 2 valuable players to our team, but I feel like we've stepped up and we've all, worked harder, try to pick up the slack.
Yeah. As far as physical items, Coach, what does the team need? Are you okay there, or
Well,
are you needing some items that maybe the community can help you with?
well, we're always fundraising because we always want to get better. We always want to upgrade our facilities. Uh, as far as getting to the season, we've raised enough money to where we feel like we can roll through this year. But of course, next off season we'll start doing a lot of fundraisers because we really want to wrap our fence. We want to put a new topper on the fence. Need to paint the foul poles. This year we was able to paint the dugouts and finish out our dugout walls. So
Okay, you want to promote these right now?
Yeah, sure. So we're selling these discount cards actually. It's got our schedule on the front of them. There's a couple good places to eat on here. They're $20. They help us with our bus travels, any expenses we have throughout the year. They help us with. They're $20. If you want one, you can come see me or anybody that you know that's on the baseball team. They'll get you one, and it really does go for a good cause.
If a business wants to hang a sign, who do they contact, Coach?
they contact me, and or we try to keep our signs really reasonable. It's $150 a year to rehang your sign. It costs us roughly $50 to have a sign made. Rex makes our sign, so if you go on as a new sponsor, then it's $200 because you have to buy the sign, and after that. But I mean, I think we're putting up 35 signs this year, so I mean we've got a lot of support
That's good.
from our local businesses.
Good deal. Okay, Sam, I'm going to ask you first, and then I want Coach to follow you. What's expected of the players this year?
Um, Tolerate. I mean, no bullying. I mean, honestly, we have to come together as a team. We know what's expected. We don't need to down each other, pick each other up bad times. Um, just give it 110% when you step on the field. I mean, you're always out there for a reason. You want to win, but if you're not going to give it 110%, then stay at the house. I mean,
That's the start of a good answer.
yeah.
Fill it in, Coach.
Well, I always tell the boys that I don't expect them to go out there and make superstar plays. I just expect you to play your position, do your job, do the routine stuff. Uh, I feel like if we don't walk batters and we don't make errors, we're in every ball game we play. That's usually whoever makes the least mistakes usually wins the game. But I'm also real big on attitude. I'm kind of old school baseball players where I don't believe in throwing your bats down and throwing your helmets in the dugout. And I've told my team that if you come to the dugout and throw your helmet down, throw your bat down or whatever, I'm setting that stuff behind the dugout and you can go sit with it. You don't get to come in our dugout doing that kind of stuff because it doesn't help us. Last thing we need is a player on deck going up to bat and he can't concentrate on his upcoming bat because the guy that struck out's mad at the umpire and kicking dirt and throwing stuff. So it's just ugly. I don't like it, and we don't do it.
Are you going to network with the middle school team called
Oh
Claiborne
yeah,
Athletics?
yeah.
What's the
Um,
what's the association there?
well, I try to be supportive with anything they need. I try to get them the field, the building, whatever they need, because I mean, I'm there for the athletics because ultimately they feed me. Know all the coaches. Zach Chelmley, known him a while through Little League, and then even like Matthew Robertson, who's on their JV coach, coaching the fifth and sixth graders. I played high school baseball with him, played all the way through Little League with him. His dad was actually my Little League coach, so yeah, we got a good relationship there.
Let's go back to this 26 team. Okay, what about your pitching? Who's going to kind of be your rotation there?
Well, we've got six pitchers that can all throw strikes and throw competitive. I mean, we're not going to have anybody that's going to, you know, uh, touch 80 mile an hour. We'll be real close to that, but we got six pitchers that will throw in the 70s and throw strikes. We got some good breaking stuff in there. So as far as our pitching goes, we lost Garrett Cotter. He was an elite pitcher in the area.
Yeah.
But last year really had three or four pitchers. So this year we won't have the elite pitching, but we won't have the drop off either. So we should be as strong on Friday as we are on Monday. Uh, Last year I felt like we was really up and down with who we was going to put on the mound, and this year I feel like whoever we put out there is going to give us a chance to win. But as far as our pitching rotation, you'll have Sam. Sam will pitch a lot for us. Noah Burke coming back. Noah gets a lot of strikeouts, real strong arm. You'll have Braden Grimm will pitch for us, freshman. My son will pitch for us, Parker. Uh, Nate Jones is a freshman. He'll pitch for us. Brady Rosenbaum's a freshman. He'll pitch for us. Those six will probably handle the most of varsity work, but also you've got Biscuit Hempill. He's got potential to pitch a lot. Devin Cox can pitch. I mean, so there was times in the last 2 years that after we threw, if we was playing 3 or 4 games a week, I was scratching my head trying to figure out who we could put in that might throw strikes, and I feel like we've got a lot more options now.
That's good. Just to promote competition, who are you leaning to starting the opening day?
Sam will start our opening day. He just has our most. He just earned it. I mean, I'm not saying that Sam's their best pitcher on the team, because we've got a lot that's right on top of him, but he has the most experience. Sam's Sam's the only person on our team that has started every game that I've been a coach. So
Yeah, he's all right. Well, let's talk about infield. First base, going around.
first base, Sam will play first base most of the time. I look for him to be there 4 out of 5 games, but Sam will also pitch for us, and Sam will even catch for us a little bit. He won't be one of our primary catchers, but it's hard on the guy's legs to be back there a lot. So, if we play a 5 game week or whatever, Sam will probably go down there and back behind the plate and give somebody a rest. But he'll play first base. Devin Cox will play a lot of first base behind him. Anytime that Sam's not at first base, Devin will be over at first base. Go to second base. Second base is kind of wide open for us, but we've got several kids that can play it. Uh, um, Parker will play second base some, but Parker will be like a super utility guy. Parker will pitch, catch, second, short, third, outfield. I mean,
Utility.
he's my boy, and I always told him growing up was like, hey, if I coach you, I need you to play anywhere. So I need somebody that can move around. So, and I've always told him, I said,
And want to.
yeah, and he don't mind to do it, but I've told him, I said that's the best way to get on the field is to be able to play any position. But
Yeah.
second base, Parker will play there some. Uh, Zayden transferred over from the Gap. He can play second base. Brady Rosenbaum would probably be third base, but he can play second base there as well. And of course, you got like BG, uh, Braden Graham. I call him BG out of habit. Nate Jones. Those guys can play second base, but Nate Jones and Graham will mostly play at shortstop for us. They may bump over and play second some, but our infield will really be dependent on who's on the mound.
Yeah.
A lot of that gets moved around. Third base, like I said, Brady Rosenbaum will play a lot of third base. Devin Cox can play some third base, and Biscuit will play some third base. And Keaton McKinney's made big strides this off season, and I mean he's going to get some strong looks at third base as well.
Have you had one player that for sure he's going to be at first, or for sure because he's doing such a good job at it?
Sam will be at first base for us, but just because he's been there. This is his third year. A good first baseman will make your whole infield better.
Exactly,
if you're gonna have young arms throwing the ball across the field, it's nice to have somebody that can help them out if they come up on a low throw. So,
Okay, let's go to the grass of the outfield. Who you got out there?
Noah Burke will play a lot of center field for us, but Burke will also pitch and catch. Landon Hempill will be a mainstay, probably main left field for us all season long. Uh, Parker will play a lot of outfield. And Jesse Francis is a homeschooled kid that played for us last year, and great athlete, ton of speed, a little inexperienced on baseball itself, but I think he started 20 games and outfooted for us last year with no errors. I mean, he'll go get the ball. So, and then of course, you've also got like Biscuit and Ken who will come in there and play some outfield for us as well.
Yeah. All right. What's the strength of the team? I mean, it's not it's not wisdom and stuff, but because you're not that old, you're gonna be a young team.
I think I think our defense and pitching will be their main thing.
Yeah.
We're better defensively with this young group. We're going to throw more strikes with this young group. Our biggest thing is going to be how do they adjust to high school pitching.
Okay, what's your weakness, you think?
Just experience.
Yeah.
The big time there. So
Okay, not what same question to you. What do you think your strength is?
I mean, we got a lot of good players. They're young, but they've played ball. They all played together. They all work good as a team. And I feel like us as the older players, we work good all together. And I feel like our fielding is our strength. I mean, we got a good field behind whoever's on the mound. We got a good field behind them. So
What about your weakness?
our weakness would be probably hitting. Like you said, we have a lot of young players. They haven't seen that high school speed yet.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point. That's all different, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, not in terms of wins and losses, coach, but what's a successful season?
well, this year we're going to learn a lot about ourselves. I've told them in practice we're not going to watch scoreboards this year. I do feel like we'll win half our games. Like looking down our schedule, a lot of games on there we can win. Uh, but the main thing is, this is going to be a year where we find out, who's going to fight for us, who's going to stay in the game, and who's going to give you good at bats, regardless of what the score is. So that's what I'm looking at more this year is finding out who wants to compete and who's going to compete when times is tough. Because like I expect big things out of these freshmen as a group of 9. Once they get up,
Yeah.
they should be a really good baseball team. But you'll find out a lot when they're young and things aren't going their way. You can learn a lot about them at that point.
Mhm. What about your district foes? Is the district improved, kind of down?
Well,
I mean, you don't know much yet, but
yeah, it's all new district for us. We went from 3A back to 2A.
yeah,
So every
so it's learning everything again.
we haven't really played any team in this district other than the Gap. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, coach, you want to promote that card there a little bit more
yeah, this
before we
our
exit
schedule
out?
card here. It's a really good deal actually. If you look at it, I always buy them every year because I like to eat out. You get running behind. And it's $20 for the card. 10 of that off the top goes straight to the baseball program. So it's a really good deal for us. There's no overhead here because the guy that prints the cards for us takes care of that part. And every $20 we sell, we keep 10. But it's also a good deal if you go on here and look at all these local businesses where it's $5 off, $10 off, 10% off. I mean, if you go out and eat 2 or 3 times, you've made your $20 back, and it really helps us towards what we need to do.
Once again, if you're a wrestling fan, on February the 28th at Claiborne High School, it'll be a 7 o'clock showtime. Doors open at 6. But I have 2 free tickets to Elite Professional Wrestling. Going to be at Claiborne High School. It's going to be fun. We've actually got 2 wrestlers that'll be in this show. One is Caleb Miracle, and the other one, don't really know him yet, but he's from Powell Valley, so Cumberland Gap area. So it'll be a good time. I want to interview the guy from Cumberland Gap soon. But if you come up here and tell Rex or whoever you see that the zone sent you up here, give me my tickets. He'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, Coach. Last words to you and Sam.
We're just really looking forward to the season. Like I said, we're got 4 scrimmage games coming up. With the weather, we don't know how that's going to turn out. But man, we just really want to get on the baseball field, looking for this weather to break. It's baseball's exciting because everybody feels good about getting outside this time of the year. The weather starts warming up. People want to be outside. We just really want people to come out to our games as well. One thing about baseball is hard to fund, and that's why we have to do so many fundraisers because baseball doesn't draw the tickets, the sales, and the concessions that you get with football
Well,
and,
that
and
right there needs
basketball.
to change. Baseball and
Yeah,
softball are fun sports to watch.
yeah, and I've told our boys that we want to play a fun style of ball. Because I'll tell you, as a coach, I get bored out of my mind when kids can't throw strikes. Like But when kids are throwing strikes and the ball's getting in play, baseball is the most exciting sport out there. It's fun to watch people hit a baseball. It's fun to watch good pitchers pitch, and I feel like we're going to do that this year. Every time we throw a bullpen, my biggest thing is I don't have a radar gun set up. I don't want to know how hard they're throwing. I talk to them about strike percentage. That's where we want to be. If we have a good defense behind us, let's let them put the ball in play.
Keep it in the zone. Okay, it's been said that you could take a baseball player and put him in any other sport and he'll compete.
Mm-hmm.
But you take a football player or a basketball player and put him in over there next to that home plate, he struggles. Why is baseball such a demanding sport?
Well, you know, baseball takes is a lot more of a mental game than any game you're going to face. Also, I can tell you right now that I would uh I would rather line up on a football field and let some high school kid try to run over me is what I would stand in the box and know the one was going to hit me in the ribs. Baseball's hurt,
They do.
and you
No give in there.
got to be brave to play it.
Yep. All right. You want to say anything else?
Just excited for a fun season, see what's in store.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks to our marketing partners, scrolling on the bottom. Support those that support your kids. So if you see a sign on the football field or an athletic field anywhere, pay attention to who's supporting your kids because that means so much to these programs. And we'll probably do another one next week. I'm not sure who it's going to be yet, but I think we're going to do Joseph Gonzalez from CHS Soccer. So join us next week for sure. And I'm trying to get Brian Smith, the new owner from Claiborne or the Tazewell Speedway, up here to do a little bit of a pit pass episode. We ain't done much of these lately. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thank you all for coming out for sure. And until next time, may God bless.
Whitaker Insurance. Value RX Pharmacy Tazewell. Roland Veterinary Services. Mary's Home Furnishings and Appliance Center. Claiborne Health and Wellness. Walker and Walker Construction. Stay and Play Doggy Daycare and more. Pizza Inn of Tazewell. Hearthside Bank. Danny England Motors. Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Kentucky. John Smith Subs, Harrogate, Tennessee. Communications provided by First Century Bank.